This, at least 200,000 candidates that sat for the KCPE 4 years ago cannot be accounted for in this year's examinations. Cannot. They've disappeared. According to statistics released by the Kenya National Examinations Council, coastal and far-flung counties continue to dominate regions that witness a high level of wastage, even as the government moves to enhance transition from primary to secondary school. Let's get more from our very own Sam Gitugu.
The best record in this school.
4 years ago, 927,000 boys and girls sat the KCPE exam across the country. It was the highest enrollment in the history of the primary school exam then. The boys were 467,000, while the girls were just over 459,000. The following year, most joined Form 1, setting off for a 4-year program that culminated to the national test of KCSE in the months of October and November this year. And today, 697,000 candidates have passed out with different grades, a decline of 228,000 in absolute numbers. Add to that 2,500 candidates that registered for KCSE but never sat. The system has lost 110,000 boys and 117,000 girls. Kilifi County has recorded one of the highest wastage in percentage, having registered more than half decline in candidature. 14,145 candidates sat this year's KCSE. 4 years ago, 29,000 sat the KCPE. Kwale County has also lost half of its class, registering just over 6,600 candidates in KCSE against KCPE 4 years ago, when 15,170 wrote the exams. Tana River County has suffered a similar predicament. Even though the candidature in the county remains considerably low, the attrition is significant. More than half of the 4,000 that sat KCPE in 2015 did not make it to the Form 4 exam. Only 1,727 did. Marsabit County lost nearly half of its class in 4 years. Only 1,961 made it to the KCSE, despite 3,700 having sat the KCPE in 2015. Nairobi County peculiarly registered a decline in its candidature in the two exams. In 2015, over 50,000 sat KCPE in the city county. 4 years later, only 28,390 sat their KCSE in the county. This is explained by the reality that Nairobi has fewer secondary schools than its primary school population. A few of the counties gained in enrollment like Murang'a, Tharaka Nithi and Wajir, some being beneficiaries of learners that moved to different counties for secondary education. The Ministry of Education is in its second year of 100% transition from primary to secondary schools.
Part of the proposal that we will expect Kenyans to dialogue on will be a recommendation that the ministry establish a transition committee at national and sub-county levels. Term of reference for the committees will be put in place to ensure the 100% transition of learners from primary to junior secondary school in 2023.
And as the more than 1 million KCPE candidates of 2019 prepare to join Form 1 in January, the next 4 years will tell how successful the government will be in ensuring all learners access the basic education in totality. Sam Gitugu, Citizen TV, Nairobi.